I'm from Afghanistan. I lived in UK for 16 years. I love the local community.
I heard you're going into the army. Tough boy, innit?
They treated me like I'm not a foreigner. If you're a good person, you can get on with anyone. You judging me through my religion, it was like, oh, you following the as well. That guy is my best mate. People here telling me I speak Cockney. Did you come on a dinghy here? I was shocked. I'm Jan Mohammad. I'm a barber from Afghanistan. I lived in UK for the last 16 years.
Can you tell us the story?
Not easy to come here. I come from a very poor family. My dad went to Pakistan as a refugee from the Soviet Union. I was born in a refugee camp, raised up there. My dad had a little barber shop, and then I start sweeping up and start learning. Then in 2001, my dad moved to Afghanistan, opened a barber shop for me there. I was old enough to cut hair and run in the business.
How old are you at that time?
I was start cutting hair when I was 12 because my dad, he couldn't afford to run the family. I had to help him from that age just to get a bit of extra money and help my dad just to keep the family running. It was hard to get a job. Everyone was working, but it was still not enough. Since I moved to Afghanistan, then my brother-in-law, he was in London. My dad asked him if you can send me the sponsorship so I can come into England. Yeah, then I came to England and then I was working in North London. I never liked North London, to be fair.
How come?
It's still like I'm in back home. Because I was thinking about England is going to be like, you know what I mean, all different and all of that. But North London was all mixed and mostly was like all our people. I never felt like I'm in the UK, bro. And then, yeah, I moved to Southeast. It was a good community, good people. It was mixed people. Gypsy there as well. Good real gypsy, like from years and years, and they lived there and really good people. If you get on with them, they're really good people. I go on with them and they go on with me. They love me. I love them. I love the local community. They really treated me just like I'm not being a foreigner. And
when you say gypsies, do you mean like the English gypsies?
The English gypsies. Okay. Yeah.
Because that's the thing, Jan.
Yeah.
You've been here for 16 years, but the way you've connected to the white English people here,
because
in Kent, I've never seen anyone do that. So coming to England for the first time, meeting these white English people, how are you able to connect so well with them? Because a lot of people talk about racism and this, but I've seen a lot of people from other countries come to England. They haven't integrated and really become part of the community, the English community like you. How was that? You first came to England, you're mixing with these gypsies, and what was that like?
Tough. When you don't speak English.
You didn't speak any English when you came?
I lived in Southeast London. A next door guy to me, he was drinking every night with his missus. He was bullying me, basically. Because I couldn't speak English enough. He was bullying me, but I was still nice. Because, you know, when you don't speak the language properly, you just like, you don't know. You just like, oh, just take it as a laugh or joke or smile and then just get on with it. It was tough. On the other hand, there was a good people who they supported me, who they encouraged me in the sharing home. That was a sharing home I lived. The girl I lived with, she was a hairdresser. She was 21 years old. I was 21 as well. And she supported me. The neighbors was really good as well. I think it doesn't matter anywhere you go, you find good people and bad people. But the area I lived, it was a lot of gypsy. If you're a good person, you can get on with anyone. But if you're not socializing yourself, you don't look after the environment and the community, then it's tough to live.
Yeah.
So you got to look after the environment and be integrated to the people and just be normal.
You are always connecting well with the British people. It's obvious that's something that you've got in you. You like connecting with people, not just with British people, but I felt like anyone could feel welcome here. Is it like a skill that you have developed through your life experience, or have you always been like that?
To be honest, I love the UK. You can meet every type of person in the UK. It's a good opportunity to meet people from all around the world.
How short you want your hair? In Greek.
and you get experience. When I met you, to be fair, I really like you. You're a good person. You got a good personality. I like you from day one.
I've seen people come here, this area, Kent, I grew up here. And at the time when I was a kid, they weren't used to seeing Asians. And some people could be a bit racist. I went away, I lived in London, I traveled the world, and I came back. And suddenly you're here.
Yeah.
There's English people coming in every day. You know all of their names.
Hello, Henry. I'm good, buddy. How are you? Yeah, good. I heard you're going into the army. Yeah. Go on in, boy. It's not so much. Tough boy, innit?
They love you. They're hugging you. You're talking about everything. And I'm wondering, like, how was that first coming to Kent? Because London's diverse. As you said, there's everyone there. But now you're in a proper white area. You're obviously different. Was that difficult at the start? Did you have any challenges? And how did you connect so well? It's it's a beautiful example to see you mixing with the people here. It's honestly a beautiful example.
I heard some stories. When I came here was 2014 when I moved here to Kent, it wasn't that racist as much as it was before.
Okay.
I heard loads of stories. Black man or brown man couldn't even come out of the house. But in my time, it wasn't that bad. Here, when I opened this shop first, one of the customers walked in. He asking me to cut his hair. It was Friday. Every Muslim go to Friday on the mosque to pray. I asked him if you can come later. I'm going to a mosque to pray and then I'll cut your hair later. He was like, oh, you following this as well? I was like, mate, come on. Give me a chance. You're judging me through my religion, but you don't even know who I am, how I am. If you come sat with me and have a cup of coffee with me, have a cup of tea with me, then you know who I am. You can't just judge someone like that. And to be fair, that guy is my best mate. He's my best mate. And he's here. You know what I mean? I cut his hair. Every 2 weeks, I cut his hair. Yeah. You get people like that. And I never met anyone bad here. To be fair, the people that loved me here. Because I already, as I said, I lived in Southeast London, moved into the sharing home with the English people. It was a tough, as I said, because I couldn't speak English. And when I learned English, having to communicate, having a proper conversation, mate, I loved them. I had a good laugh with them. And here, I've been here 10 years, never ever even had a single problem. This community here, they love me. And I love him. I love them.
Hello, Dale. How are you, brother? Good to see you, mate.
Because they're good people. They treated me very well. They're getting me food on the table. You know what I mean? I can't forget that, you know, what they're doing. They're supporting me. They're encouraging me. I'm lucky to be in England. I could be in Afghanistan, having a tough life. It's only survival. I'm lucky to be in England. And then I'm lucky to be around these people.
Just one thing that I want to go back to that you said I find quite inspiring as well regarding what people might said in the past, like hurtful things. Like you said, that guy is still your customer. It seems like you still made the effort to believe that ultimately you can be friends with these people. Why do you think that it was like important to you?
You know what? Because if you explain it to somebody in a professional way, in a good way, they're definitely listening. They will take it serious. This guy, as soon as I told him, he understand. He took my word. He came after. I cut his hair. When I went to pray, I came from prayer, opened the shop, and he was waiting. And I cut his hair. He loved me. And then I had a proper chat with him. And he shook my hand. Through talking, you got to explain how you are, who you are, in a nice way, in a presentable way.
Yeah.
So when you do that, I'm sure they will take that. They will take that. They will definitely be your friend.
In a way, it's kind of like you give a second chance to people.
Yeah.
Rather
and
than...
as I said earlier to you, if you met every people from all the continents, anywhere, you get that opportunity in the UK, you're a lucky person. You get the most experience. You don't get that opportunity in other countries. You get that in England. It's good to meet different people and integrate, get to know. It's all experience. It's all life experience.
Yeah,
it's a blessing to be here. And
blessing to be here.
But it's blessed. It's so hard to believe because I see you bantering with everyone.
I swear to you. I've had one of them days trying to get a haircut.
Dan, your hands move so fast.
Make sure you tell them the other shop quicker.
People come in, the old gentlemen come in, and you're good morning, sir, how's it going? You're speaking to them in one way. Then the geezers come in.
Yeah.
You're bantering, all right, mate, how's it going, Dave? And then your brother from Pakistan or whoever comes in, you're speaking fluent Urdu to them. And
I love
my brain is trying to...
I love them.
Hello, man.
Say if you walk in and I call your name, and especially when I speak your language as well, being a good person, you should appreciate it. And you do. I speak 3-4 languages and I'm proud of it.
So your mother tongue is?
My mother tongue is Pashto.
Pashto.
Then in Afghanistan, there is a second language, Farsi.
Yep.
And then I speak Urdu. I was born in Pakistan. I learned that there. And I speak English.
Of course.
Yeah.
But you don't just speak English. You learn the proper fanic geezer.
You know what?
English as well.
The people here telling me I speak Cockney.
That's it.
It's the reason I speak Cockney is because I lived with Gypsy people. So that's why I learned the Cockney way. I'm still proud I speak English. Whether it's Cockney, whether it's just...
But you change, I see you. I don't even know if you realize.
I can tell you,
who comes in, you're changing.
Yes, I can tell you that I've never been to school.
Mad.
I've never been to school. I was living in a refugee camp. There wasn't school. And as I said, come from a family. I have to help them. So there was no time for a school. And when I come to England, now I can read and write. Still never been to college or school, but I can read and write. I just learn. I learn here.
It's so inspiring because we bring on people to evolve, to speak about how they learn languages. Some people studied at university, they did this, but you speak 4 languages. You've never been to school, brother.
God give.
And you know some Spanish as well.
Yeah, you know some Spanish.
Pelo. Go to the pelo.
Oh, I love to learn Spanish. I love to learn Spanish.
How were you able, even to pick up these different languages without studying at home and all of that?
I've known people that lived here for about more than 20 years. They struggle to speak English. I think it's all interesting how you ambitious to get that language, how you ambitious to learn, how you willing to learn. It's all about how much time you want to put in practice.
You said practice, but how did you do that? How did you actually learn?
I was really into it and I wanted to learn and to be able to communicate with the people. That's how you know somebody when you're having a proper conversation with somebody. That's how you get to know.
So were you sitting down, reading and writing, or what were you doing?
I did that as well. I did that as well, but with the tongue, practice. I wanted to get that accent.
Yeah, and you got it. You definitely got it.
I wanted to get that accent and I'm proud of it.
Yeah.
I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. I love English movie to watch than watching American movie or Bollywood. The English movie, I love it, especially with the like Cockney accents, you know, the craze.
Yeah.
The craze. Oh, I love it.
What are some of the TV shows or anything that you watch then?
When I was living in that sharing home with Amy in Southeast London, I watch EastEnders.
EastEnders?
It's because of her. She has to come finish work. I was finishing the same time. And then I was living next to the shop and she had to drive so she get before me. And when she get before me, she will put the teddy on and the EastEnders on. As soon as I walked in, it's on. So I had no choice.
Yeah.
I was getting bored to watch that, but I had to because of her.
But the language, it makes sense now because we all watch that as kids, you know.
It's that EastEnders and talk to Amy and talk to housemaids and in the shop learning. Yeah, man, I just really into it.
Could you tell people, we always hear on the news, Afghanistan. And I think a lot of people here, they never met someone from Afghanistan. That's why they maybe have these ideas. Could you tell people what is Afghanistan like? What was it like as a kid there and now coming? People don't know. They don't know anything about the country, the people, the culture.
Afghanistan, I've got family there. And I've got friends there, I've got relatives there. It's not how it is. It's not how they're thinking how it is. It's different story out there. Afghanistan is a good place. If you ask somebody which is the most dangerous country in the world, probably they, in their mind, come straight away Afghanistan.
Or they're going to say Pakistan or Afghanistan.
Pakistan's not as bad as Afghanistan. Afghanistan, people just thinking is the most dangerous country. But I can guarantee you can go there and it's not the same way you're thinking. You can go on YouTube and type 2024, 2025, 2023, people has been there. They're treating you as a guest and they're thinking that's their duty to look after you as a guest and to give good image to the Western world. They're very chill. You can go to Afghanistan, you can have a good food. There is so many different dishes. Dampour, chaneki, mantu, kabali palau, kebabs. I'm from Afghanistan and we got a tradition. If you meet anyone from outside, you ask him, you welcome him into your guest home. If they can come for the dinner or lunch or sit down and have a cup of coffee or tea, they welcome you, man.
Things go on in the world and we see things on the news, but that shouldn't stop you from just going and sitting like this, have a tea with someone, speak, get to know people. Because even I'm Pakistani. Until I went to Pakistan, I didn't realize how many Pashtun people and Afghanis are in Pakistan and the food.
There is more Pashtun in Pakistan than in Afghanistan. And they're all the same people as Pashtun in Afghanistan. And they go same culture. When you go to Pakistan, Peshawar, that's where I was born in the refugee camp. They're really good people in Peshawar. And same in Afghanistan. It's a really good place to visit. The architectures, there's so many different things. So many different things to see.
What are the key parts of that Pashtun culture that influence you?
Full of love, full of family. We eat on the floor, you know, we sit all together, family. We eat 3 times a day, a meal together with the family.
I think that's important though, because I've seen you connect with the people here very well. And I feel like you've treated the people who walk through that door almost like your family. You remember everyone's name. You're always asking, Hakeem, do you want a drink? Do you want food? You're bringing people in. They feel like they're coming home. And I feel like that's the connection. I feel like that's it.
That's how I've been brought up. And that's how I've been seen all my life till I was 20 years old when I left Afghanistan. I'm proud of it to be Pashtun.
In a time where we talk a lot about division, you know, and people and communities being divided, is the people like you who manage to bring people together. And I think that makes a difference in the society. You know, I think when people come here, they can learn a lesson, and when they see these values. And I think it's a good thing that we can all bring to our own home. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Definitely. That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Because I know every time I come in here, there's always laughter. There's always, I'm sure some stuff's happened with the people, because it's not just like, hi, how's it going? But you've been and spent time with the people here in Kent. Or like, what was surprising about English people when you got here?
One day I was cutting hair and one of my colleagues, he was cutting hair next door to me in the next chair. And then he's cutting this guy's hair. And this man asking him, are you coming on a dinghy?
What's that?
It's like the boat, you know, to come.
Right.
And then my colleague, he didn't even understand the word of dinghy. So, because I lived with, I know.
Yeah, you
and
know
I
the
said,
lingo.
What makes you to ask that? And then the guy had no answer. I said, how can you ask somebody like that straight away in front of people sitting waiting for haircuts? And then you're asking somebody, did you come on a dinghy here? I was shocked.
Because I grew up around here, even as a kid, my brother and I, we used to hear banana boat. That was even, I was born here, people would ask us mad questions. And where do you think that comes from? Why do you think people have got these ideas in their mind?
Us, you know, sometimes, most of the time, if somebody asks me, where you from? I tell him I'm from Afghanistan, but inside I know if I tell him I'm from Afghanistan, straight away they think I come on a boat. But they shouldn't think of everyone. They shouldn't think of everyone that come on a boat. There is hundreds of Afghans that I know, they come on the planes, including me. Everybody doesn't come on a dinghy.
Yeah. But how does that make you feel? I mean, I've had it growing up, just Pakistan, Afghanistan. People don't really know much difference, you know, a lot of people. And there's a lot of these negative thoughts they have, you know, coming on a boat, words like refugee, and then other words, you know, fighting. I can't go into it, but people have those thoughts. I mean, the thing is, you're always smiling and always got a good energy. But how does that make you feel when you say Afghanistan and people think, you know, they go to the bad, you know, unfortunately?
To be honest, it does make me feel bad. It does make me feel bad. But you can't hide the reality, can you? If I say I'm from different country, and then later on they find out I'm from North there, I would look low. And I wouldn't do that.
But what's very interesting is, though, in this area, maybe some people before, they had those thoughts, but then they come here, they speak to you, and through your actions, through your personality, through your love to the people here, I'm sure you changed their way of thinking. I'm sure that guy after probably felt stupid for asking such a, you know, kind of rude question like that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure afterwards they go home and they think like, you know, I shouldn't have probably said that. But they don't think, because they just see it on the news, you know, they haven't met people. So it's, I think
I don't blame them either.
Yeah.
I don't blame them because they haven't met any Afghan before.
That's it.
And probably they were the first time for them to meet me. So I don't blame them. And when somebody don't know about these things, so you can't blame them. You can't just judge somebody. I'm happy when there's somebody walk in and I never met him before and I chat with him and then they see who I am, how I am. I hope they think good of me, you know. I try my best.
That's it.
I try my best. I try to be a good person, respect the people here, look after the environment and the people, just be normal, you know.
That's it. Because when I was young, I would get angry. That was my thing. That if people said those ignorant things, you know, this and da, I would get angry. But then I think coming here and seeing you, I realized that that's not the right approach. Because how can you blame them? Maybe they just watch the news or their friends tell them, Afghanistan, and, you know, people are like this. They don't know any different.
No.
But then they come here and I saw you connecting so well with everyone. I thought, nah, anger's not the right way to deal with this. You got to give them love, sit down, have a chat. And before you know it, you're their best mate, like 100%, you said. So.
100%, because they don't know. They don't know. And as I said, when they come, you have a chat with them, mate, they love it. They love it. They love me. I love them. I never had a problem. Every one of them I met, touch wood. They're good people. Yeah.
That's a really beautiful message. I think we can all learn from
I'm blessed to be here, especially in Kent.
That's it.
Yeah, that's my community. I live here for last 10 years. I love it. Everybody know me. Everybody I know. It's good people. I know you for 10 years.
Mad.
You're a good person. I know your whole family. It's good to be here. I'm blessed to be here.
Obviously, you've had some difficult times in your life. How do you stay positive? You're always smiling, laughing. How do you keep that energy despite, you know, going through a lot in the past?
To be fair, it's hard, but you have to get on with it. You have to deal with the situation. I've done it.
And if you could go back to, let's say, the time when you arrived to the UK, what would you tell yourself?
I would tell myself to help my family, just to work. It was hard for me to work because I couldn't speak good English. My sister's husband, he helped me and I have to pay him the money back that he paid for the solicitors, for all the sponsorships. I was worried about that money, worried about our family. It was tough. I wasn't getting paid. But then I start learning here as well. When you come to England, it's a different type of cutting than you do back home.
Skin fades and all like that, yeah.
You can only get the best barber in the world. It's in London and New York. That's the best barber in the world. So I start learning there, just learning.
You say that the best barber are in London and New York. We've traveled the world with Hakim. Every time he got a haircut outside of England, he always say, "Oh man, I wish
Jan was here."
No, a lot of my customers, when they go on a holiday and when they get a haircut abroad, they're regretting it. And haircut is one of them things. If I ask you, new trainers or new haircut, what would you say?
I would say new haircut.
There you go.
Yeah. For me, no question about it.
Yeah.
If you can wear best clothes in the world and best trainers and you don't have a fresh cut,
that's
fresh trim.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't match. So haircut is very important. It playing big role in life, you know, and whatever you do, you have to have a haircut.
Yeah,
Haircut is important to look good, look fresh.
I think that's why, again, one of the reasons you're so popular here is because the quality was just always good. I walk in here, there's 10 people waiting, all 3 of you are cutting constantly, but there's never a bad haircut.
Mate, if you get bad haircut, I'm sure it makes you feel bad.
You're not going to come back.
No, definitely
that's it,
not.
10 years, you're
Definitely
not going to come.
not. I touch wood, I never got anyone wrong. But if you have a bad haircut, mate, you never come back.
You were cutting hair at 12.
I started when I was 12, cutting hair. There was more shaving at the time than cutting hair.
Okay.
Cutting is harder than learning to shave.
So
then I had to learn that. When you come from a tough family and you're really desperate, you learn anything, man. You learn anything.
That's deep, but I mean, that's it. I mean, English, you picked up the language with no school.
No school, no.
You never went to barber school,
never been to a college, never been to a school, never been to learning barbering in college. All I learned just from looking and just put my own effort, from my own experience and come from a tough family, not enough have money. The situation forced me to learn. You know, when you need something badly and you wanted to get there, you don't have any other hope. And that's the only hope, opportunity. Mate, you know, you will achieve 100%. You will get there. And when I learned barbering, I was so happy that I can give something to my family.
So since then, from obviously being in a tough position in Afghanistan, now you've been able to work here, 2 successful businesses now that you're running. How does it feel to have gone from that tough position to now you're in a good position, your family are eating well? What does that feel like inside? This is a very inspiring story.
That makes me feel proud and that makes me feel really good. Where I had nothing when I came to England, I had to pay the death of my sister husband and started from zero, from nothing, build up, support the family back home and support myself here, rent in the room. When I finished work, I had to come in cooking, washing up, and it was tough. And now where I am now in this stage where I have 2 businesses, I'm really proud of myself, man.
I'm sure there'll be people who will look up to you, you know, be inspired. Do you have a message for someone maybe who is in a tough position now? Maybe Jan, when he was 12 years old, someone in that position, what message would you give to them? What advice would you give to them?
Be positive and think positive. Whatever you want it to be, you can be. If you start from little bit, I'm sure more will come. You have to be patient and be strong, especially your mentality. When you're strong there, then you can get anywhere. Life is all about struggle.
And despite that struggle, as I said, I see you always positive through those moments. I mean, and also a message to English people. You've obviously got a great relationship with the people.
They're my brothers. They're my brothers from another mother. I love them. That's my community. England is my second home. I love to be here. I love these people. Wherever I go on holidays, I miss England. I don't want to go anywhere from here. I want to be here. This is my community.
That's it.
This is my community.
I message some people if someone said, but Asians, Muslims, they can't mix with British people. No, we're different.
That's a small-minded people. They shouldn't think like that. I'm sure anyone you met, they're good people. You can just have a little chat and you can't just judge someone from looking far away. There's good people and bad people.
I heard that Afghans love cricket.
Oh, mate. Crazy on cricket. Crazy. I'm a big fan of cricket from years and years and years. I used to even, when I was young, doing the barbering, learning barbering, helping my dad, and at the same time playing cricket. I got a cricket on every day here. The English people love it. Everybody know the barber on cricket. If you ask anyone which barber is cricket on, they will just point at me. I'm really famous from been playing cricket all day on the telly, on the TV. I love cricket, man. I play cricket for a couple of teams.
But there's a lot of banter in the cricket clubs, right? With the English guys. Is that another way that you kind of...
It's all fun, you know. Everyone have a boost after the cricket, you know what I mean? They're tired, they're chilling up in a beer, you know what I mean? I'm just watching and I wish I could drink that as well. You know what I mean? Being a Muslim, you can't even drink.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? After the cricket match, everyone just chilling, drinking, having a laugh. I love it. I love the after party.
Yeah. That's it. It's good vibes, the banter.
It's good fun. It's good fun. It's good fun.
How about some of the happiest or most beautiful moments in England that you've had it? Can you think of some of the just times you felt the happiest or had the most fun in England?
When I was getting my British passport,
What did it feel like then to become British?
it was a great feeling. Great feeling. Dual nationality. I've got a dual nationality now, Afghan nationality, and I'm British. And I'm proud of it. I'm proud of both.
You know, nowadays, as you know, there's a lot of negative stories always about Afghanistan. What are some of your happiest and beautiful stories, good times you had out there that maybe people, they won't know about?
You know, it's a lot of things there, a lot of things, but there is no clubbing and discos and pubs or alcohol. As I said, you can have a nice food and lakes, plenty mountains.
You said you played cricket in Afghanistan as well when you were a kid?
Yeah. I played cricket in Afghanistan when I was a kid as well. I was doing the barbering and I was playing cricket. Not grass though.
Where'd you play?
On the stones, like in the sands, yeah, bro. But not grass. Yeah, bro. Table.
So is that different when you're bowling and the ball bounces? Is it different?
Yeah,
You get
it's
used to
difficult. You don't know which way it's going to come. You have to deal with the ball, yeah.
Do you have a little message to people who can understand Pashto?
پښتنو السلام علیکم دا د ما د ژوندګۍ سټوري ده او زه چې دی باربر یم په کین کې او دا زما ملګري دي راغلي دي دلته دو زما د ژوندګۍ او د حالاتو په باره کې غوښتل چې ما نه انټرویو کې وګوري چې څه حالات دي زموږ ژوند زندګي څنګه تېرېږي نو تاسو نو ټولو نه ډېره زیاته مننه شکریا ادا کوم که چېرته تاسو دا ویډیو لیدلي مننه Thank you.
Thank you. And I mean, we might as well show off your language skills. So that was Pashto.
Yeah.
How about Farsi?
فارسی میخوایم که مرا تشویق کنی امی ویدیو را لایک کنی سبسکرایب کنی این ویدیو که هست د زندگی که چی تیر شده چی که د پاس تیر شده زندگی ما چی رقم بود ما چی هستم امی سلمانی دارم در اینجا از افغانستان هستم میخوایم که این را لایک سبسکرایب کنی تشکر زیاد تشکر
अपनी ज़बान उर्दू है
हेलो भैया भाईजान अस्सलाम वालेकुम ये मैं जो हूँ अफगानिस्तान से हूँ और ये मेरा भाई जो है पाकिस्तान से है हकीम और ये मेरा भाई जो है ये स्पेन से ये चाह रहे थे कि मेरा वीडियो करे तो मेरे जिंदगी के बारे में और मेरी दुकान के बारे में तो मैंने इन लोगों को इनवाइट किया कि आप मेरे इंटरव्यू करो तो आप लोगों से गुजारिश है शुक्रिया गुजारिश है कि इस वीडियो को लाइक करें सब्सक्राइब करें प्लीज और ताकि इन वीडियो को अगली बंदों को जाए तो बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया भाईजान आप लोगों के लिए प्लीज ये वीडियो देखे मेरे भाई के लिए प्लीज Thank you. बहुत शुक्रिया. Thank you. Thank you, Hakeem. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. I mean, it's been an honor to share your story. Such a positive, inspiring
you guys are good
story.
guys. And it's a pleasure to be here. It was nice talking to you and Clemente.
Thank you very much.
I really loved it. I really loved it, man. I really loved it. Thank you, Hakeem.
Thank
Thank you. It was an honor.
Thank you.